They pulled back, and suddenly they are all you can think about. Before the distance, things were fine. You were present, functioning, living your life. But the moment they became less available, something shifted. Now you are replaying every conversation, looking for what went wrong. You are checking your phone every few minutes. You are mentally rehearsing what you would say if they reached out. You are analyzing their behavior with a level of focus you have never applied to anything else in your life. And the most frustrating part is that you were not even sure how you felt about them before this started. This is not love deepening. This is your nervous system entering crisis mode, and understanding why it happens is the first step to getting your mind back. Chapter 1: Why your brain locks on. The obsession is not about them. It is about the threat their distance represents to your nervous system. When someone pulls away, your attachment system reads it as danger, not inconvenience, not disappointment, danger. The same ancient circuitry that kept humans alive by maintaining closeness to the group activates with the same urgency it would in a genuine survival threat. Your brain is not overreacting by its own logic. It is doing exactly what it was built to do. But here's what makes it worse for some people than others. If you grew up in an environment where love or attention was inconsistently available, where connection was sometimes warm and sometimes suddenly withdrawn, your attachment system learned to treat any sign of distance as an emergency. It did not wait calmly and trust that the person would return. It learned to pursue, to monitor, to fixate, because fixating was the strategy that sometimes worked. John Bowlby, who founded attachment theory, described this as hyperactivation of the attachment system. Instead of quietly seeking reassurance, the system escalates. It floods the mind with thoughts of the person. It makes everything else feel irrelevant. It narrows your entire focus down to one question: how do I restore this connection? The fix is not to think about them less through willpower. You cannot think your way out of a threat response. The fix is to give your nervous system the signal it's actually looking for, which is not them coming back, it's safety. And you can start creating that signal yourself, right now, without waiting for them to do it. Chapter 2: How to get your mind back. The obsessive thinking will not stop while your nervous system is in a threat state, so the first move is physiological, not psychological. When the rumination starts, your body is activated, stress hormones are elevated, your breathing is shallow, your attention is narrowed. None of those conditions are compatible with calm, clear thinking. So before you try to reason with the obsession, you need to bring the body down first. Slow, deliberate breathing is one of the most direct ways to do this. Psychiatrist Stephen Porges, whose polyvagal theory maps how the nervous system shifts between states, explains that slow exhalation directly stimulates the vagus nerve and activates the parasympathetic system, shifting the body out of threat mode. 5 counts in, 7 counts out. Do this for 2 minutes before you reach for your phone or run another mental replay. This does not resolve the situation, but it creates enough of a window for the prefrontal cortex to come back online. And once it does, you can start to interrupt the thought loop before it completes. The second thing to do is redirect the obsessive energy towards your own life with intention, not as a distraction, as reclamation. When all of your mental focus has collapsed onto one person, you have effectively abandoned yourself. Every moment you spend rehearsing a conversation with them is a moment you are not present in your own life. Pick one thing today that belongs entirely to you and do it, not to make them jealous, not to seem unbothered, because your life deserves your attention more than their silence does.
Chapter 3: What the obsession is really about. Here is the layer underneath the fixation that most people do not examine. The intensity of the obsession rarely matches the actual depth of the relationship. People become consumed by someone they have known for 3 weeks. They spiral over someone they were not even fully invested in before the pulling away began. The reason is that the withdrawal did not just trigger feelings about this person, it triggered something much older. Neuroscientist Jacques Panksepp identified a dedicated emotional circuit in the brain he called the panic and grief system, a neural pathway that activates specifically in response to social separation. This system does not distinguish between a partner pulling back and the original separations you experienced in childhood. It responds to both with the same alarm, the same desperate need to restore the connection. So when you become obsessed after someone pulls away, you are not just reacting to them, you are reacting to every time someone pulled away before, every withdrawal that was not explained, every silence that felt like rejection, every moment of distance that your younger nervous system did not have the tools to process. This person's distance opened a door to all of it. That is why it feels so disproportionate, because it is not proportionate to them. It is proportionate to your entire history. Chapter 4. The pattern underneath the obsession. There is one more thing worth understanding. The obsession serves a function. It keeps you in a state of pursuit, which feels more tolerable to the nervous system than acceptance of loss. As long as you are fixating, analyzing, and planning your next move, you are not sitting with the grief of the situation as it actually is. The obsession is a way of avoiding the pain it appears to be caused by. Psychologist Susan Anderson, whose research focuses on abandonment and attachment, describes this as the protest response in action. The mind keeps working the problem because working the problem feels like doing something. Accepting the distance, sitting with the uncertainty, allowing the grief to move through feels like surrender. But surrender is not what it is. It is the only thing that actually ends the cycle. When you stop working the problem, you stop feeding the obsession. You allow the nervous system to move through the grief response rather than looping indefinitely in pursuit mode. This is uncomfortable. It feels like giving up. But the obsession was never bringing them back. It was only keeping you stuck. Psychologist and researcher Mario Mikulincer found that people with anxious attachment who are able to tolerate uncertainty without immediately pursuing reassurance show significantly faster emotional recovery after relational disruption. Tolerating the not knowing is not passive, it is the active work of recovery. You did not become obsessed because you are unstable or too much or incapable of acting normal in relationships. You became obsessed because your nervous system learned a long time ago that the way to survive someone pulling away was to never stop reaching. That strategy kept you connected once. It's keeping you trapped now. You are allowed to put it down. You are allowed to stop reaching for someone who is not reaching back. And you are allowed to give the attention you have been spending on them back to yourself, where it was needed all along. Here is your challenge. Within the next 24 hours, every time a thought about this person starts to spiral, write it down in one sentence and then close the notebook. Do not follow the thought. Do not analyze it. Just name it, contain it, and redirect your attention to whatever is physically in front of you. Do this every single time. You are not suppressing the feeling. You are training your brain that the loop does not have to complete. Subscribe for the next video. The work continues there.